Hi everyone, I'm Lloyd from the Real Estate Helpers.
And I'm Nick. Hi everyone. Excellent. So first up, I'm going to take you through talking to buyers on the phone. If you're using the Real Estate Helpers Help Sell service, this is not something you'll have to do. But just in case, I have a really simple method here to guide you. When a buyer calls you to inquire about your property, follow these 5 R's. Resist negotiating, request their personal details, find their reason for buying, identify their resources to spend, and finally record everything down. So grab a pen, grab some paper, and get that information down on the page. So let's break them down. The first step is to resist negotiating. Be warned, talking to buyers on the phone is a high-risk pickpocket area. Some of the buyers will try to sneak money out of your pockets by pressuring you to drop the price before they have even seen the property. You must never drop your price over the phone. There are a few common questions that buyers may use to pressure you to drop the price. They are, what's the best price? Is the price you're asking negotiable? Or even, what's the lowest price you'll take? So here are some scripts that you can use to avoid dropping the price. The first one I like to call the swap. This is where you reverse emphasis from the lowest price that you will accept to the highest price the buyer can pay. Just say, we feel the price that we're asking is fair. How much can you spend up to for the right home? Another script you can use to avoid early price discussions is one I call jumping the gun. Basically, you tell the buyer it's too early to talk about the price because they haven't seen the property yet. Just say, I'm prepared to talk about it in person. But how about you come and have a look at the property first before talking about price? And finally, my personal favourite, what we call the Shane Warne. When someone asks you if your price is negotiable, tell them yes, but put a different spin on the meaning of negotiable. Just say, of course, everything's negotiable, but that doesn't mean we will negotiate down. The property will sell to the person who offers the best price, and this could be above the asking price. The second thing you want to do when buyers call is request their personal details. Now this isn't too hard at all. You just ask their name, hello, my name is Nicholas Rate, and get their phone number. So for me, it's 1300 helper. That's 1300 43 57 37. You can feel free to call me anytime. The reason it's important to get the phone number and the name from the buyer is in case you have to change the time that you've agreed for an inspection, or if after they've inspected the property and you want to follow up with them, you have their details there. The third thing you need to identify when buyers call is their reason for buying. This is because the key benefits of the property which you need to stress will differ based on why they are buying. Buyers tend to fall into one of two camps. Either they're looking for an investment or something to live in. So ask them straight out, are you looking for something to live in or for investment? People looking for an investment are buying with their wallets. So you need to stress to them why it's a good area for investing and how easy it is to get tenants, that sort of information. People looking for a home to live in are buying with their hearts. So you need to stress to them why it's a great place to live. Also, if people tell you they're looking for a property to live in, it's great to try and find out if they have already sold their own property. Because if they have, then they are working with a deadline, and really they must buy before a certain time. The fourth thing you want to find out is the resources the buyer has to spend. Now, some buyers won't really want to tell you here. They'll keep their cards quite close to their chest. It's important to be confident. A really good line you can use to try and get the information out of the buyer is to say, we're asking a price of $500,000. We think it's fair and we will accept the best offer at or above this price. How much can you spend up to? If they don't have the sort of money you're after, be polite, but just say, look, I don't want to waste your time or mine. We wouldn't consider that price. You'd be surprised. Sometimes people who tell you they can't afford your property magically come back later with more money. If they have got the sort of money you're after, ask them, what's a good time for you to pop over and have a look? Because if they're a genuine buyer with the right amount of money, you want them in your property as soon as possible. Finally, when a buyer calls, you must record every detail about them. The saying, knowledge is power, has never been truer than when it comes to real estate. Keep a journal of all the buyers you speak to so that you can go back to this information later if you need. Remember, that pencil beats your brain every time. Look, to make this easy for you, I even have some buyer inquiry sheets that you can print off your computer. Just send me an email to nick@helpsell.com.au. So let's cover those 5 R's again. Resist negotiation, request their personal details, find their reason for buying, identify their resources to spend, and record everything down. So that's everything you need to know about speaking to buyers on the phone. I'll pass things on to Lloyd now to talk about taking inspections.
Thanks, Nick. The most common method used to show homes in Australia is open inspections. The advantage here is that you only have to set aside 1 or 2 times per week, open the door, and let anyone that's interested come and have a look. What's often overlooked, though, are the disadvantages of open homes. Probably the biggest problem with open for inspections is knowing who you're actually letting into your home. If the first time you meet somebody is at your front door, what do you really know about these people? When you open the door to strangers, you could be letting in nosy neighbours. You might be letting in bargain hunters who just want to buy your home cheap. Worst of all, you might be letting in criminals. Did you know that insurance companies will rarely cover theft that results from an open for inspection? Also, what happens if lots of people turn up? The big crowd will make big rooms look small. And genuine buyers might be influenced by negative comments from others. The negative comment may be completely unjustified, but it doesn't change the fact that it's damaging the value of your property. Finally, if you have a big turnout, the best buyers might get lost in the crowd. You could waste your time speaking to the wrong people. And if the best buyers can't ask you questions that are critical to their decision, you might just miss a sale. Another problem with open for inspections is no crowd. The buyers present will think, where is everyone? What's wrong with this place? Because if it's a good deal, wouldn't there be more people here? This concept is called social proof. The least considered drawback of open for inspection is scheduling. Most open for inspections occur at about the same time. Normally that's between 10 and 2 on a Saturday. Buyers are constantly frustrated because they have to rush from one open for inspection to another. The best option is to only allow buyers into your home by private inspection. Because being allowed into your home is a privilege, right? It should be reserved for legitimate buyers only. A common misconception with private inspections is that you have to be ready to show buyers through your property all the time. But this is not the case at all. You're in control. Just block out some specific times for inspections and show buyers through when your home looks its best. Arrange for buyers to come at once, but just stagger the appointments 10 to 15 minutes apart. And don't worry, a slight overlap is okay, because the sight of one buyer leaving your home shows the next buyer that your home is popular, and vice versa. So there you have it. Everything you need to show your own home. If you follow the tips in this video, you'll ensure the buyers see your home in the best possible light, and you'll set up for a great sales result. I'm Lloyd from the Real Estate Helpers. If you need anything at all, drop me an email. It's lloyd@helpsell.com.au.
And don't forget me too, I'm Nick. You can email me anytime to Nick, that's NIC, @helpsell.com.au. You can also call either of us anytime on 1300 HELPER. That's 1300 435737. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.